Good morning, students. In the last video we saw about addition of algebraic expressions. Now in this module we will see about subtraction of algebraic expressions. So I have mentioned that as exercise 8.2 part 2. So in this part we will see about only subtraction of algebraic expressions. So I will continue the exercise. Few more sums I will do from exercise 8.2. Now in subtraction, see the sixth sum. Subtract. I have taken the fourth subdivision. First let me do the fourth subdivision. Minus m squared plus 5mn from 4m squared minus 3mn plus 8. We have to subtract this expression from the second expression. Now always we have learnt that whenever it is given subtract something from another, we have to write the second thing, whichever is given after from, that only we have to write first. So here we have to write 4m squared minus 3mn plus 8 first, then minus the next expression, that is minus m squared plus 5mn. So the second one, whichever is given after from, that will come first, then minus of the other expression. Okay, this is the basic thing in subtraction. You should not change that. You should always remember whatever is coming after from only will come first. Then in subtraction, what we will do is minus of one expression. So there, that is in the second expression, we will change the signs. Minus of this whole thing. So we have to change the sign of all the terms which are given inside the bracket. So here the first expression will be as it is. There will not be any change in the signs. So we have written plus 4m squared minus 3mn plus 8. That will be as it is. Then coming to the second one, it will be minus of, therefore we will change the sign. Minus of minus, plus m squared minus into plus, minus 5mn. So we have changed the sign for the second expression. Now after this we will do just like how we did in the addition itself. Same way, we will collect like terms together and then we will put the coefficients together. So plus 4m squared and plus m squared I have put together, then minus 3mn minus 5mn we are putting together, then comes the constant term plus 8. Then 4m squared plus 1m squared, 4 plus 1 is 5. So 5m squared, then minus 3 minus 5. When put together, both are same sign, add and put the same sign, that is minus 8 mn. Then plus 8. So the final answer will be 5m squared minus 8mn plus 8. Now this I have done in the horizontal method. The next one we will see the 8th subdivision of the same 6th sum. This we will do in the column method. I have done that sum in the column method. The question is subtract 2x power 4 minus 7x squared plus 5x plus 3 from x power 4 minus 3x cube minus 2x squared plus 3. So which one should we write first? We should write the expression which is coming after from. So that expression we will write on top. So x power 4 minus 3x cube minus 2x squared, and there is no x term, so we have left a gap there, then plus 3. After this we have to write the expression which is given first, that is plus 2x power 4, there is no x cube term, then minus 7x squared plus 5x plus 3. Then after writing this, till here it is just like how we did for addition, but now in subtraction we should not forget this main step. We have to change the sign for every term of the expression which we have written in the second line. That is the second expression. Whatever we have written here, we have to change the sign of each term. So this plus will become minus. Here there is no term. Here this minus will become plus. Here plus will become minus, and here plus will become minus. After that, we will consider only the signs which we have written below. We should not see the earlier sign. We should see only this sign which we have written. Then we should do as we have done for addition. That is, see plus 3 minus 3. So when we see plus 3 and minus 3, they are same number with the opposite signs. So the answer will be 0. So we can cut it off. Here it is minus 5x. We have taken the sign which we have changed. So this sign. So minus 5x. Then for this one, it is minus 2 plus 7. Minus 2 plus 7. It will become plus 5. Subtract and put greater number sign. So plus 5x square. Here it is minus 3x cube as it is. And here it is plus 1 minus 2. Plus 1 minus 2 will be minus 1. So we have written it as minus x power 4. So the final answer will be minus x power 4 minus 3x cube plus 5x squared minus 5x. That is the final answer. Now we will see the 12th sum. Let me read the sum for you. You follow the sum from your textbook. How much does 93p square minus 55p plus 4 exceed 13p cube minus 5p square plus 17p minus 90? Here we are given two expressions and they are asking how much does the first expression exceed the second expression. Exceed means what? Exceed means how much it is more, how much it is more than. Okay, so this we have to find by how much the first expression is more than the second expression. This is what we are asked to find. Suppose we can take for example some small numbers. Okay, one digit number. Suppose I say how much does 9 exceed 7? Suppose I ask that question, how much does 9 exceed 7? Or in other words, how much is 9 more than 7? Then what should we do to find that? How much is 9 more than 7? Yes, when we do that, we will just subtract, isn't it? We will subtract 9 minus 7. When we subtract 9 minus 7, we get 2. That is the simple thing that we are going to do to find out how much that 9 exceeds 7. Okay, so the same principle we are going to follow in the algebraic expression. So the first expression, from the first expression, we have to subtract the second expression. So what is given in the first expression we will write on top, and then the second expression we will write below that. So 93p squared minus 55p plus 4 I have written in the first line. Then we are going to subtract from that, we are going to the next expression, which is plus 13p cubed. P cubed is higher, the power is greater than p square. So I have written that before the p square term. So 13p cube minus 5p square plus 17p below the p term minus 90. Now as we did in the column method, same method I am going to follow here. What should we do? We should change the sign for all the terms in the second line. So we will change the sign. So plus 13p cube will become minus 13p cube, minus 5p square will become plus 5p square, plus 17p will become minus 17p, minus 90 will become plus 90. After that, when we do just like addition, plus 4 and plus 90 put together, we get plus 94. Add and put the same sign. Here also both are minus, both are negative sign. add and put the same sign. When we add, we get 72. So minus 72p. Then here plus 93 plus 5. Add and put the same sign. Plus 98p square. Then the last one minus 13p cube, as write it as minus 13p cube. Now the last final answer for this will be minus 13p cube plus 98p square minus 72p plus 94. Now let me do the 13th sum for you. Let me read the sum. What should be taken away from 3x squared x cube minus 4y squared plus 5xy plus 20 to obtain minus x squared minus y squared plus 6xy plus 20. What should be taken away from one expression to obtain another expression, that is to get another expression? What should be taken away? Suppose we will see another example. Suppose we want to find what should be taken away from 8 to get 5. What should be taken away? Taken away means subtract to get 5. That means 8. In order to get this answer, we will do 8 minus 5 is equal to 3. So how we are finding that? From the first one we are subtracting the second one again. So the same thing we will do here. From the first expression, whatever is given, we will subtract the second expression. So I have written the first expression in the first line, 3x squared minus 4y squared plus 5xy plus 20. Then the second expression we are going to subtract, that is minus x squared minus y squared plus 6xy plus 20. Now same method we will follow, change the sign of all the terms in the second expression. That will be minus will become plus, minus will become plus, plus will become minus, plus will become minus. Now in the constant term, here both are 20 and one is positive, one is negative. So they get cut off. Then next one, plus 5 and minus 6. So minus 1. So I will write it as minus xy. Then here it is minus 4 and plus 1. So when we subtract, we get minus 3y square. Here plus 3 and plus 1. When we put together, we get 4x square. So the final answer is 4x squared minus 3y squared minus xy. Okay, now we will do the 14th sum from your book. From the sum of 2y square plus 3yz minus y squared minus yz minus z squared and yz plus 2z squared, subtract the sum of 3y squared minus z squared and minus y squared plus yz plus z squared. We are asked to find sum of 3 expressions first. 3 expressions are given. We are asked to find the sum. Then from that sum, we have to subtract the sum of another two expressions. We are given first 3 expressions. We are asked to find their sum. Then we are asked to subtract the sum of another 2 expressions from that expression. So what we are going to do? We are going to do that in 3 steps. First we will find the sum of the 3 given expressions. Then we will find the sum of the other 2 expressions. After that we will find the difference between those 2 answers of the sum. The different sums that we are finding. So the first step that I am going to do is sum of the 3 expressions given. So plus 2y squared plus 3yz. The next thing is minus y squared minus yz minus z squared. The last expression plus yz plus 2z squared. We are writing it in columns. Then we are adding. When we add, here we get minus 1 and plus 2. Minus 1 plus 2, different signs. So subtract and put greater number sign. So when we subtract, we get plus 1 z squared. Then here we have plus 3 minus 1 plus 1. When we when we add here, this minus 1 and plus 1 we can take away. So we can cut off plus 1 and minus 1, that goes off. So the remaining is plus 3yz. And here we have plus 2 minus 1. Plus 2 minus 1, again 1 is positive, 1 is negative, difference is 1. So we get 1 y square. So we can write it as y square simply. Now the next step we are going to do is sum of the other two expressions that we are given, that is plus 3y square and minus z square plus minus y square plus yz plus minus z square plus z square. So these two expressions we are going to add. When we add, what do we get? Here minus z square and plus z square we are cancelling. Then plus yz remains as it is. Then plus 3 minus 1 we get plus 2y square. So we get 2y square plus yz. So this is the second sum. This is the first sum. Sum means after adding whatever answer you are getting, that is the sum. Sum 1. And this is the second sum. After addition we get this answer. So these are the two answers that we get. Now the third step I am going to do is the subtraction part. They are asking us to subtract. From the first sum we have to subtract the second sum. From the first answer we have to subtract the second answer. So I have written it as 1 minus 2. So from this we have to subtract means this we have to write first. From where we have to subtract, that we are writing first. So that I have written here on top, plus y squared plus 3yz plus z squared, and the second expression will be plus 2y squared plus yz. We are going to subtract, so change the sign for the second expression. When we change the sign, this becomes minus, this becomes minus, then plus z squared is written as it is, plus 3 minus 1 we get plus 2yz, and plus 1 minus 2 we get minus 1y squared. So the final answer will be minus y squared plus 2yz plus z squared. So please remember, always you have to put signs in between. Whenever you write an expression, the signs, whether it is positive or negative, signs should be written in between. Only for the first term, if it is positive, you can leave the sign. This is one thing you need to remember when you present an answer or you find any expression. The first term, if it is positive, you can neglect the sign, but not in between. In between, you should not leave the sign. The sign should be written in between. Whether it is positive or negative, the sign should be written. I have done few sums for you. Now, some of the sums I have left in between. Like I have left after 6th sum, 7th sum, 8th sum, 9th sum, 10th and 11th I have not done, but you can see the example sums that I have done and you can do those sums. 8th sum and 9th sum are just like you can do like the 14th sum. 8th and 9th you can follow and do 14th sum and you can do that. 7th and 8th sums you can do just like 14th sum, and 9th sum and 10th sum you can see the sums which I have done 12th and 13th sums. So 9, 10, 11 you can follow 12th and 13th sums and you can do the other sums by yourself. So the whole exercise you can follow the model sums that I have done, and I will be sending you the PDF also for both addition and subtraction separately. You can do the remaining sums. The whole exercise you can complete by yourself. Thank you.